we once again see a lot of clouds. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm Paige Hulsey. Thanks again for waking up with us here on News 4 this morning. Kristen Cornett is keeping a close eye on those clouds. And if the sun is going to peek out from behind them, how's it looking?
I wouldn't hold your breath for a whole lot of sun this weekend.
Now, as we enter this weekend, we're now just 5 days away from the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. This morning in Washington and at state houses around the nation, there are security measures in place never before seen in U.S. history. Now, the Justice Department is actively pursuing and arresting those who took part in that violent riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Now, those being charged include a young woman from Sullivan, Missouri. That woman, 20-year-old Emily Hernandez, is seen in this photo from that riot, smiling. They're holding a piece of a sign from the office of Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. After the riot at the Capitol, one Capitol police officer died because of his injuries from that day. A second officer committed suicide just days later. And another officer is recovering after he was pulled into the crowd and beaten with a flagpole. The father of 4 then hospitalized after suffering a heart attack. He talked with CBS's Natalie Brand after being released from the hospital. We're going to turn now to the response to the pandemic. The state of Missouri is releasing a new tool to help residents learn when and where they can get vaccinated. That website just went live late yesterday. This is what it will look like. It will have an interactive map showing all the facilities approved to administer the COVID vaccine. But keep in mind, only those in Phase 1A or Phase 1B Tier 1 are actually eligible to get it right now. And the state also says many of these locations you see on the map are still waiting to actually get the vaccine shipments. President-elect Joe Biden is promising to make vaccinations a top priority. His goal is to vaccinate 100 million Americans in his first 100 days in office. As states continue to roll out vaccines and expand the list of those who are eligible, there are in some cases tremendous rushes to get those precious shots. Just look at this scene yesterday in Los Angeles. There's no doubt a lot of grim news surrounding the pandemic, but there is also some good news to share. Many COVID-19 patients are surviving and they're recovering. And yesterday, cameras were rolling at one of St. Louis County's hospitals as they discharged its 1,000th COVID patient. The pandemic has millions of Americans dreaming of getting away from it all and leaving their worries behind, and a whole bunch of them hoping to do that by winning some of the biggest lottery jackpots in U.S. history. The Mega Millions drawing was last night, so did anyone win? We have that answer and details on tonight's big Powerball jackpot straight ahead.